Are you ready? You want to go outside and go to the bathroom? Yeah, hey, it's time to get outside and begin the day. Wow, it's a beautiful Monday morning. Monday morning? Are you kidding me? It's already the weekend's passed and it's already Monday morning? Oh my goodness gracious. Let's get down the stairs here without tripping and falling. And temperatures are going to be mild today, 50s. I see the wife has gone to work. And wow, what a weekend for me. Great weekend. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I got a lot accomplished, and I just had an energy level that was above normal, it seems like. That got me really motivated to really just clean up my barn and garage and shop, and got the rugs out. And wow, I mean, I'm stumped for all the work I did on Saturday. But I tell you what, by Saturday evening, oh man, I hit a wall. It was like, wow. But you know what? I got up Sunday morning and I started over again, and I kept on doing my cleanup and duties and everything else. And you know what's really stupid of me, which I just thought to myself yesterday, was all this poop right here. It's got to be picked up. We got a pooper scooper, and there's just too many dogs, and this area just gets so saturated with poop. And what starts happening is you're walking around and you realize you got poop in your shoes. So I was telling the daughter yesterday, from this point on, when the poop starts kind of getting like this, we just need to pick it up. You just have to pick up poop on a regular basis. All right, enough about the poop talk. Time to get over to the house, get the other dogs, and I'm going to try to keep the dogs out of the barn from crapping in the barn, because it's just so, I hate it. That's my shop. That's my man cave. I'm just tired of living in crap. I really am. So my strategy this morning is, I'm going to feed the dogs outside and just let them run amok. Now, how long I can let them run amok and ruin my conversations, I don't know. So here you go. So this is a good thing. He's pooping outside, but at the same time, it's just never-ending poop, man. It's the poop life, like you can't believe. And a lot of my dogs years ago used to kind of go up to the fence line or away from the house. And these guys here, it's just like, hey, we're going to crap where we want to crap. Oh, it's the crapola conversations. All right, let's get in and get the other puppies. I'm going to turn the phone off because got to take care of other things, and then get the morning conversations. And good Lord, is there just so much to talk about? I mean, beyond believable of what's going on and what's getting ready to maybe play out. So let's talk about that here in a minute as I get in the house and I see the other doggies here. Come on, pups. And like I say, the wife's off to work, and okay, come on, pups. Come on, get up. Get out. All right. You see it's a mess, right? All right, let's get going. Are you ready? Come on, puppies. Let's take inventory here. 2, 4, 6, 8. Wow, we got them all. You know, today's going to be probably pretty warm, but I tell you what, this area's notorious for faking you out. So my theory is I'll just overdress to be warmer than cold. Because what happens around here is when you get that cold in your body and it just starts like in the morning, it never goes away. Like you're all day long, you're just freezing. So you're just better off dressing warmer and dress down, because it gets you every time. Last week that really happened to me. I was just freezing all day long. All right, barn to the man cave. Come on, pups, stay this way. Hey, Ginger, no, not that way. Ginger, stop it. So it's interesting, the bigger dogs usually go further away to take their poops versus the little dogs. They stay way too close to the barn and the house. So that's why we're up on poop duty. Come on, puppers. Poop duty will be the normal now. I'm gonna go around. I thought to myself yesterday, it's like, why wasn't I do this earlier? Because you're literally walking around landmines all day long, and it's so aggravating when you step in it or whatever. I was changing my tire out in that trailer back there, and you know what? I had to get on the ground to get the tire mounted correctly, and I put my hand in old poop. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, man. What a joke. All right, here we are in the shop. And like I say, the goal is to get the shop cleaned up a lot more than it already is. I'm just so sick of all this crap. Time to get the dump trailer and just start whaling stuff and never get used. You see this? Here's a huge difference on how the shop looks with the rugs out and no poop stains everywhere. And, yesterday he just pissed the hell out of me. Prince runs into the shop yesterday and craps. Julie lets him out of the house after being inside with her. She spent most of the day yesterday studying for college. And I was out here taking apart vehicles for the wrong reasons. In fact, I got a nice Ford Bronco siding tray box right here that the dogs are so well trained that I'm going to sell on Marketplace or eBay. So anybody out there wants a nice Ford rear box, I'll get you a heck of a deal on it, because that's coming out of the Ford Bronco, which has to go bye-bye. Come on, pups. And I cleaned out the Ford F-450 the other day. So for the record, it'll be, when it's all said and done, once Ford decides to come get stuff, it'll be five less. This area's really gonna, the whole good old days things is really gonna start to look a whole new change. So it looks bad. So let me do that real quick, and then we'll get back to you. Yeah, we're changing it up here. A lot of my video is a lot of times just walking back and forth to the house and barn and feeding the dogs. So this is what I'm gonna do. So I've locked down the exterior of the barn because I just don't want them going there crapping. It's so much work, man. It kind of drives you nuts. So they're gonna start eating outside. You know what? And then if they get running, I'll just have to turn off the video and try to manage them, get them back in. But the goal is for them to eat out here and then crap out here somewhere. That's the goal. And they're so trained, they're crap in the barn. I'm just sick of it, everybody. Sick of it. But yeah, so the other day, actually I cleaned out that 450. So right now, you're going to see in the future, those two are gone. The Lightning's down at the Kuhn Schilling Ford. I'm blown away. I called Ford, I would have to say now at least a month ago. And they're still sitting here. Haven't made the phone call because those are on my personal name. I haven't made the phone call yet for the business side. But yeah, the F-450's got to go. And then the Bronco's got to go. So right here is 2, 4. So you're going to see this whole parking area really start to just get thinned out. And and as winter months suck for me. I mean, I'm talking huge. I mean, I'm making 30% less monies from right now, February through really by April, really May. It's not till May, June. So for the next 3 months, 4 months, I'll be down, a lot, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So for me, it's like, well, what's got to go and pay the piper. And yesterday, I kind of responded to people that reach out, and, I just share with them. Because people are always like, just sell these things. It's like, sure, if I owned them for 2, 3, 4 years, I could. But my addiction to buying cars all the time, I can't do that. But here's really why I'm bringing this up this morning. With a glimmer of hope, Donald Trump's 25% tariffs is going to reward me. Oh my gosh. I really just kind of thought of that through. And I know people are going to get pissed that if Donald Trump's tariffs really do stay in effect and Canada doesn't bend and Mexico doesn't bend and China doesn't bend, and now he's even going after the European Union, blah, 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 blah. You know what? The best thing could happen to me is for us to have 25% tariffs across the board. You know why? Every one of my cars that I own would increase in value. So the differences of the monies owed to the value would change. Yeah. Now, there's a fine line there, meaning, does the car market just collapse because of Donald Trump? And now there's such a huge inventory of cars? That's very possible. But if you have a 25% tariff on so many things, for everybody here that's older in life, if you actually own your house and you own material things, you're going to be rewarded because everything's going to have more value. The downside is who can afford to buy it? I don't know. It's very, very interesting times. So like I say, I just thought to myself this morning, it's like, wow, in all reality, if the tariffs really did stay in effect, and this went on for quite some time, and all the new cars had a 10% increase in pricing, conservative, then that starts to change the dynamics of the used car market, where more people are looking for used cars, which would drive the demand for used cars, which would drive the value of used cars. Yeah, in some ways, kind of like the pandemic. Now, once again, Donald Trump is on a hell of a mission, pissing off a lot of people. And who bends the knee? But you got to remember, whoever holds the gold makes the rules. And for the record, our country holds the gold per se as being the number one country in the world that makes all the money and makes the biggest GDP. So you got to step back and say to yourself, if you want to play, you got to pay. So, and I love the J.D. Vance interview the other day where the interviewer was saying to J.D. Vance, don't you think this is unfair of Donald Trump, what he's doing to other countries? And J.D. Vance is like, what, are you kidding me? How have other countries been treating us besides unfairly? Look at the WHO. We pulled out of the WHO. The WHO's already apparently, in some ways, only wishing and begging that we come back because we give them like $500 million a year. That's $40 million a month. And Elon Musk and Donald Trump just canceled that payment. And it's incredible what Elon Musk is digging up. It's beyond believable of what he's, the U.S. aid. And if you don't know what that means, the United States aid for international development. So there's a $50 billion budget on an annual basis that the U.S. aid, the Treasury Department, because we realize they're not this new Bessent guy, Scott Bessent, that came in, Secretary of Treasury, he just opened the doors for the doggy guys, the dodgy guys, and Elon Musk to get into the books of the of what's going on, where all this taxpayer money's going. And the U.S. aid is not designed for business per se. It's designed to help international development, right? So that there, Elon Musk, I'll tell you what, it's just incredible. I talked so much, 2 years ago, I talked so much about why did Elon Musk buy Twitter? And you know what? Now where we are today, it's so obvious of what Elon Musk did and how he accomplished and what he's used Twitter to really just change things and to get him even more powerful. Unbelievable. That guy definitely is a smart guy. Some people don't like that guy. More people than ever aren't going to like that guy. In this D.C. area, it is going to be really, really interesting and this is what concerns me. Because if you remember 2016 when Donald Trump came to office, and his claim was he's going to drain the swamp. He's going to drain the swamp. That's all the conversation was. And you know what happened? What happened? They tried to drain Donald Trump. So the thing is, on the Republican Party side, a lot of talk. There's always blah, 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 blah. Dig this up, dig that up, but then they don't do crap. They don't do crap. The Democratic Party, they go all out and persecute you, put you on trial, try to convict you. I mean, come on. The Republican Party, they just go back to bed. Whatever. It's just another day. I got my guaranteed check and my lifestyle. Whatever. Who cares? I mean, that's kind of what radiates to me back from the good old, the grand old party, the GOP. That's what it stands for, grand old party. So for that, you have to say to yourself, okay, so Elon Musk is now exposing how this government is corrupt as hell. I think most people have always thought that. Look at Zelensky. Zelensky now is raising his hand and going, we never received $177 billion of aid from you guys. Where's that language? He's saying, we received maybe $50 billion to $77 billion. We don't know where the other $100 billion are. Are you kidding me? It's beyond believable. It's ridiculous, everybody. So where does that trail go to? Where does that go? I mean, come on, everybody here. This is beyond believable. We're witnessing our country that Elon Musk is exposing how corrupt the political parties and political people are in this country. It's so bad. And of course, all they're going to do now is try to undermine Elon Musk, undermine Donald Trump. They're going to go at anything, at any cost, to dig up dirt and create something to try to circumvent Donald Trump and Elon Musk, because they're on a path to try to get this country straightened out on how much corruption of the taxpayers' monies get abused. And all the people that work in these agencies, they just toe heel to all the crap. I mean, but once again, I've talked about last week, the Empowerment Act won't give Donald Trump in so many ways the powers to be to do what he wants to do, which already the Democratic Party and others are wanting to take him to court and sue him because of his actions that aren't legal as being the chief executive officer of the country that doesn't give him the power to do all this stuff. You guys stay up here. It's going to turn into running across the pond and everything else. But you know what's incredible? Have any of you guys seen these dogs crap? Now, Diesel and Rebel crapped before they went in the house. But now Prince and Gypsy have not. So I already know when I open his barn up here in a little while, and I let them in the barn, I can guarantee they're going to run in that barn and take shits. It just drives me nuts. Yeah, that was a great idea. Buy 4 freaking dogs. So So it's incredible to think that where we are right now, where Donald Trump is and putting sanctions throughout the world on different countries, and all the people here locally, like I was just saying, it's going to be very, very interesting. I mean, they're talking about cutting off contractors that have contracts with the government's payments. And so I'm going to just, this area, you have no idea. I that own motorcycle dealerships, car dealerships, and their attitude is this area will never go broke. It's never going to have hardships. And am I worried about going through rough times? They're like, that ain't going to happen because it's guaranteed income around here, man. And I've always thought, man, it sure is nice to have a business where your attitude is, I live in the D.C. metro area, and do I ever get harmed? Nope. And it's about the truth. And it's ridiculous because I've taken hits in my lifetime of the downturns and challenges, but friends that make all this freaking money selling motorcycles, and their positions are, it ain't never going to happen, man, because this area here is just in a bubble like never ever seen. So does Elon Musk just totally circumvent this area, which for me in some ways it wouldn't be good because like the value of my house would go down. So would that be good? Not really. I mean, would I benefit per se from him circumventing the government around here? I really wouldn't. I'm not a guy that has real estate money to go buy up people that lose their houses or buy up people that can't pay their car payments anymore. But it's very, very interesting times. And as I say, beginning this conversation was for me or you, if you actually own things and have things and these tariffs really come through, and they really do have an increase on all the things that we own and have, and everything's more expensive, then everything you have actually is worth more. But then who can afford this stuff? So, wow. I mean, I just can't emphasize enough this morning that what we're seeing. But here's the thing. It's always the delay. It's the delay. So it isn't until tomorrow that supposedly the sanctions start to take off. Marco Rubio flew to the Panama Canal. He had a stern conversation with the Panama Canal president, or whatever, the president of that country. And he now, apparently, the Chinese relationship with the Panama Canal is going to be broken. Apparently, the president there understands that, that Panama Canal relationship with China has to be broken up. And we got to have better whatever. So apparently, that's Donald Trump per se has won that so-called stern warning to the Panama Canal. Justin Trudeau and the president of Mexico are telling Donald Trump to go pound sand. Mexico's prime minister and others, ambassadors, are all mouthing off and saying, I should say Canada, they're all mouthing off, and they're saying now they're going to put total 100% tariffs on our goods and recommend that people don't go to America anymore and recommend they don't buy any American products. So, but Canada's GDP isn't even, it's nothing. It's a flea in the sand compared to who we are. So that's what's very interesting. What plays out on, these sanctions, once they start to take effect in Mexico and Canada, do they really, really stay in place? Or is it just a farce in so many ways? So very interesting times. China sounds like they want to maybe come to the table. Xi wants to maybe, Xi Jinping or whatever his freaking name is. He's the president or whatever you want to call him in his dictatorship of the Chinese country. He's apparently, there's speculation that he and Trump may start to try to talk and have more conversations. The Canada is so pissed off at Elon Musk that they're going to put like 100% tariff on his Tesla cars. They just want to basically get rid of him. So it's incredible. The truths are going to start to prevail of all the dirty money that people, I've always have said this, you're not rich being a nice person. You're not rich playing by the rules. Oh, you're not rich being a nice person. It doesn't happen. You're not rich playing by the rules. And people be like, you're not. People bend the laws. They do devious things. I mean, come on. I mean, are you that inept to think that that businesses are all clean and just so right? Get the hell out of here. You've been down the hard knocks of life. It's really bad. So here, all these guys out here, once again, out here playing, having a good old time, and which is good. I'm glad. But we need some howdy doody time to get some duty going here. Yeah, wow, right? It's hard to believe that the Daytona 500 is on our doorstep. Daytona Bike Week is on our doorstep. I'm going to advertise some of my motorcycles to see if I can sell some of the damn things. Get rid of those. Get rid of that whole. Yeah, a few, not many. So now here's the next thing that's very. Well, here's something I was thinking to myself. Bernie Sanders, does that guy just piss you off? Bernie Sanders, stand that guy. That guy's such an a-hole. That guy has made his whole living off his whole life off of being the community guy. All he does is run his mouth. He's a pothead. He's the 60s hippie guy, basically. You know, I'm going to make everything better. And he runs off the same old ticket. It's so funny how the dogs are hanging right around me. Isn't this incredible? I could be 10 miles from here, and they would run to me to go hang out with me while I'm making a video. But when I put the video down and I start to call, they're not going to even be near me. This is just classic of what's going on here. So Bernie Sanders, the guy runs on the same freaking hype, and the people, I'm sorry, you're not the smartest of the bunch. You know why? He runs on the same ticket all the time. He's going to go after big business, big money. He's going to have free education, free health care. It's the same BS. Meanwhile, as he gets the monies, he gets paid off to get the big pharma and whatever else bull crap goes on out there. So this guy just runs his mouth all the time. I loved how Robert Kennedy called him out on how he takes, you don't even know the money's behind the scenes he's getting. Come on, everybody. You really think that, full disclosure, when these candidates run for a seat in office, that you're really seeing all the real stuff? It goes all the way around. It can go to Donald Trump. It can go to every politician out there. But the whole point is that you just think that these guys, I mean, come on, man. Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton gave him a freaking house just to shut the hell up. That's a fact. Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton gave him like $1 million beachfront property just to shut the hell up and leave him alone because he was in some ways gaining traction on Hillary trying to run for president. Everyone remember those conversations? I mean, it's just incredible, everybody, and what goes on for us. But we don't have time. We have to run a life. We have to babysit dogs. You know what I mean? Sincerely, we have to take our life, and we don't have time to go sit down in D.C. and go through the books. But Elon Musk is going to do that for us. But once again, there'll be lawsuits filed. I mean, how long can Donald Trump hold out on not giving financial aid on the USAID program? How long can he shut down the federal government from just writing checks to everybody and anybody through the Medicaid versus Medicare programs, which Medicaid is the disability where you get a claim and you get paid through the government into your state to get paid if you've been injured, versus Medicare is your health and others. So it's two different things. So people are pissed off that Elon Musk is starting to critique of all these Medicaid recipients on what they are really, why they're getting paid. Are they really incapable of working? And look at the pups. They're all having a blast out here. This is definitely a nice change up for them. The challenge for me is doing a video is when they get out of control, and then I'm having to chase them down because they're getting too far away. And it's really cold still this morning, so it's interesting. But you can see here in the creek that all this water has become unfrozen because it's an active creek, so the water flow, I think, helps that. The pool is still going. It's beyond believable. Step here, pups. Don't get too far away. Yeah, it's a challenge. They get in the pack mode, but they're all having a blast just sitting here playing in the freaking creek. So once again, as I was saying, for me, I'll be amazed for all this, aggressive language, all these things that Elon Musk is starting to disclose. I'll be amazed if it really plays out. No, stay down here. Hey, stay down here, Gypsy. Stay up here. I don't want these guys going towards the pond because that's where it's all going next, is run across the damn pond, and I'll be swimming this morning. No, Gypsy. You stay here. No. Oh, here we go. No. Diesel. Yep, here are these two guys. You guys are the worst. Get off the pond. Oh, you guys loving the screaming and yelling? Yeah, I know. So that once again, I'm say it 5 times, but if we're say it 5 times, is because what really plays out? I just think it's overhyped. It's overhyped. I'll be blown away if you start hearing stories in the D.C. area that federal workers and contractors have been financially harmed because of Donald Trump just shutting shit down. And then you know that there's tons of people that voted for Donald Trump. They're going to be mad as hell if that happens. But does it happen? Just like the federal employees are, no, Diesel. So see over there, I'd prefer him to go in the water right there because that's not real deep right there. And he get a hard lesson as he falls through the water, and it'll probably teach him something. So right there would be the best spot for him to fall through. No. So that right there is the best area for them to learn a hard lesson of that all. So right there is probably the thinnest piece of ice right there. And it's not even, with all 3 of them there have about 100 pounds. There's nothing happening. No. Come on back. Gypsy. Oh, this would be good. Come on. That would have been classic. I'd love to see him fall in right there. Come on, puppies. So, you know, you can only imagine how people voted for Trump that are probably now borderline pissed as hell they voted for him. But how long can the corruption continue, everybody? But is it? And that's going to be a whole other ballgame. The Democrat Party in the liberal media will convince people that, no, Diesel, no, come on, let's get out of here. Treats, come on, treats, come on, look here, come on, let's get on back, come on. So the general media, liberal media, they will convince everybody that this is a bunch of baloney, that this USAID really does go to the well-being of international development. The federal workers, they all got to go back to office, but they actually do better working at home. I just can't wait to see all the stories you're going to start to hear of people. Then people volunteer to go on social media and share on how Donald Trump and Elon Musk are destroying their livelihood. But they're excellent people and they're hard workers. I mean, I hear you. I get it. Come on, pups. Come on, pups. Now, here's something that really is incredible. Is artificial intelligence. It's the main drive, if you really think about it, of where we are in today's, the number one thing being talked about besides Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Come on, get over here. That's actually Gypsy humping Diesel. So it's opposite, if you know what I mean. So come on back up here. Come here, Gypsy. Is that Diesel? Nope, Treats. Come on back, Treats. Let's go. Come on. Here you go. Cheesy, come on. Here you go. Treats. Come on, let's go. Come on. Got to get up here. I'm going to run out of time. And I don't really want to make these videos that long, but this artificial intelligence just dominates all the media, dominates all the social media, dominates the stock market. Everything's all about artificial intelligence. It's unbelievable of what artificial intelligence is the number one thing of the conversation and the movement of where we're going, all our technology. And even to the point, get this, there's now an app. This is freaky stuff. I think artificial intelligence is just so bad. Sorry, everybody. It's going to be the devil's workshop like never seen, because the artificial intelligence is going to overtake the big techie guys. We all know the big techie guys persuaded the election for the Trump-Biden election back in 2020. It's been disclosed. The big tech guys made favoritism to Joe Biden in social media, which helped Joe Biden win. Now, some will argue that Elon Musk did that for Trump. Whatever. The whole point is, it's going to be the power to be like never ever seen of telling people stuff that just isn't right. And people are going to be persuaded to believe things that just aren't right. It's going to be so bad. Even that Deep Sleek thing, what's it, Tiananmen Square in China? Remember that uprising in China? I don't think I pronounced it correctly. But on Deep Sleek, that artificial intelligence, you ask that question, it doesn't answer it. Because the Chinese government doesn't want the artificial intelligence to answer it. So it's so bad. All right, here these guys are. Come on, Pops, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on. Here you go. Let's get in. And it's in turn. I already know Gypsy's going to go in here and crap in the barn. I already know it because Gypsy hasn't crapped. And I want to get this video done. But here's what's scary about what I'm talking about. So now there's an app that you can download, and you can feed into this app all the information. Come on, Pops, let's go. Come on. Who's missing? Come on, let's go. Come on. No. Come on, Gypsy. Come on, Gypsy. Look here. Treats. Gypsy. Come on, Gypsy. Come on. Gypsy. Gypsy. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, girl. Not really so worried about her. She ain't going to go nowhere. But this artificial intelligence app, if you load all your information, if you are, so there's an article I read about a 50-year-old person, I think it was a woman, that downloaded the app, and then she fed all her information, who she is, her lifestyle, what she's done. And then what it does is that then who you'll be at 80 years old. Oh my God. Do you really want to know that? It tells you how you're going to live, if you're going to live. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Do you really want to know? So the artificial intelligence, in so many ways, is now the palm reader of our age. It is. That's why people are being treated by artificial intelligence. They're going to think they know the future. Are we living in the most delirious, devious, devilish times in times? We really are. Look at Kanye West. He takes his wife to the Grammy Awards where all the misfits show up, and his wife disrobes in a stocking outfit. She's totally naked. I mean, are these people demented? I mean, to me, I just have lost total respect to all these Hollywood elite people and everybody else. They're whack jobs. They're the people that call you out, live your life, but yet they're the ones that live the most whacked out life you could ever live. They're just whacked out, doped up, drunk. And then Beyonce wins the Country Music Award. I mean, Beyonce won the Country Music Award. She's a country music singer? I mean, you can't make it. Back to the palm reader. So now you're going to go in and you're going to be able to load an app, and it's going to tell you where you're going to be 30 years from now, who you're going to be, if you're going to live. So I'm already hearing Prince in the back. So there's already no doubt in my mind. Oh, here's Prince. Somebody in the back is already taking a crap. Guaranteed. So I'm going to let the big dogs out. Hey, come here, pups. No, don't do that. No, I already see somebody pissed back there. Nah, I don't know. So I let the big dogs out. Come on, pups, get upstairs. Come on. So the other dogs think that there's water down here. I mean, there's food down here, but there's not. So let them get out. Yeah, so here's I'm going to wrap it up. But I'll never forget my wife. When I first married my wife back in 96, it was like 1998 or something like that. Maybe year 2000. Stop it. And I'll never forget my wife coming home, and she went to a palm reader. No, you stay there. You stay right there. She went to a palm reader. And I said, well, what did the palm reader say? And she said, I can't tell you. I'm like, really? So this is factual. So my wife went to a palm reader, and she heard, that palm reader told her something of her future, and she wouldn't tell me what it was. You know what? I'm also serious. Did I, harbor on that and bug her? I didn't. I was like, yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, yikes, right? Yikes. But everybody wants to know what tomorrow is and how to fix it, but nobody seems to be able to fix today of what it is. And that's just incredible. All right, that's it. So everybody, watch my channel. Thanks for the support. God bless. Have a great day. And man almighty, to look at the story of all those people on that flight, all those young people that died, just be unbelievable. Just, couldn't even fathom having a child and that happening. Just wow. So just so sad to hear. Anybody on my channel knows of anybody, tell them Iceman sends his hearts and prayers and condolences. I'd give everything up to give somebody back what they lost. I wouldn't care. I would. I mean, because you can't replace somebody once you lose them. All right, that's it. God bless. Have a great day.